Now we are on lesson 4, and then we're in the workbook formatting data and in the worksheets fonts. So now we're going to be looking at how we can format our data properly, because as we work with Excel, these are things we'll do regularly. So we're going to be looking at formatting our data. Now we have a number of format options here, but for this lesson we'll be looking at fonts basically, and you can see the font group can be found in the home tab, just the second group in the home tab, where you have different actions you can perform. So for me to apply any of these fonts options that I have before me, all I need to do is to select the range of data I want to apply the options to. So I can just come here and select. I have bold, right? I have italics, I have underline. Those are quite a number of them that we can use, and these buttons are usually called toggle buttons because you click on them to apply the action, and you also click on them to remove it. So basically that's how it works. So I can just do that. Now you observe also that as I move my mouse on any of these actions, I can see the shortcut keys there. So Control U happens to be underline, Control I happens to be your italics, and Control B happens to be your bold. So you can also use the shortcut keys when you're trying to apply that. So also we have various fonts type here. So I'll basically select where I want to apply the font type and come here where I have quite a number of them here. You can see, so I can see various font style or font type I can just choose from depending on what I want to do. So whichever is fine for me, I go ahead to select it. So sometimes in choosing a font style, you might have to still go ahead to adjust the font size because some font styles are bigger than the others. So that's font for you. So here also you can change the font size rather. See, make it smaller depending on the choice you choose, make it bigger. You can also use this to increase the font size or also reduce the font size. So as you click on it, it increases and reduced. So another thing also, you have the border, you have the, we're going to look at this in later video, you have the fill color and you have the font color. So you can also apply those to any of your data. So let's say you want to apply a font color to this, select the range of data you want to apply it to, or if it's just one, basically select it and you come here to choose your preferred color. So I'll just choose any color that I feel is nice, click on it. Now that has been applied. I can make it bold, so to make it more visible. So that's quite a number of things you can do. And one of the things we also observe is, depending on the version of Excel you're using, we have for example in 2013, I think from 2013 above, the default font style is actually Calibri 11, and for Arial you can see it's for other versions lesser, it's Arial 10. No, the font size style are a bit different. You might not really see them very obviously here, but when you come down, like when you see in the special characters, you can see the way the dollar sign is there and the one here is quite different. So depending on the version you're using, that's how it's being displayed. So that's that. Then another thing to also know is sometimes you might want to perform several functions or several font function at the same time, and you to make it easy, Excel has given us a launcher here. That's the font setting. You can use Control Shift F to get there for the font setting, or you do Control 1 to get there. So I'll simply click on this launcher here, this small icon here under font, click on it, and it's going to bring forth this dialog box for me. You can see now. So I can apply quite a number of things here. I can change the font style, I can choose the font style. I also want the font style. I can change the font size. Then I can apply various strike-through, superscript, subscripts. Now strike-through basically just add a line across your data, just like you can see here. You can see superscript would give you a small text just above just like when you have raised to power 2, something like that. That raised to power, you can do it with the superscript. The subscript will give you a small text just below other text, which is in the case where you have something like when you're trying to write your H2O and things in that line. So you can see that. So you have this dialog format cell launcher to do all of those. So depending on what you want to do, you can actually navigate your way around all of this, and that's basically how we'll see. So in the next class, we'll look at other things that we can do in formatting our data.